Okay. Welcome to the Crypto Boss Ninja channel. Let's look. Well, first of all, we are live. So I'm going to alert everyone on Telegram and my Discord that we are live. And then we can get started with a little bit of a later stream. Again, I go live every single Saturday and Monday, 11 p.m. Central Time. This one's about 30 minutes late, but we have a Telegram group. It is free to join. We have a Discord that is not free to join. Link to join that is in the description if you want my trade setups. Let's look at the Fear and Greed Index like I always do. It's going to be a quick stream. My longer stream is on Mondays. Right now, okay, so we are below 70 on the Fear and Greed Index. I know that my TikTok account is shadow banned, so I don't really expect much of a turnout here. I might have to make a new TikTok channel, which I will talk about later. But for right now, let's just get through this. The Fear and Greed Index is in greed still, but it's like the lowest I've seen it in probably 2 months. So we are below 70. For the longest time, we were in the 70s and 80s, and now we're down to 65. I think the other day when I looked at it, about 5 days ago, we were in the mid-70s. So this is about 10 lower, which is a nice step to the downside. That means we're getting the correction that we were expecting. But if we go over and look at Bitcoin, let me kind of get over to the Bitcoin analysis. So, and I'm going to use the Coinbase chart. So, I'm going to start on the weekly time frame and move my way down. And I am going to also record this. Testing, testing, testing. Let me just mute this really quick. So, let's look at Bitcoin right now on the weekly time frame. And then we'll work our way down to the smaller time frame. So on the weekly, we have this nice rounded bottom. That's a very good sign. You have this falling wedge, which is a good sign for a possible move to the upside. I like the fact that on the weekly, you're making a higher low. That's another good sign. If I go to the 3-day time frame, again, now you can see the falling wedge a little bit better, and hence why I'm bullish. I also like the fact that you're above the 200-day moving average on the 3-day time frame, and the stocks are oversold, making a higher low. The 2-day will not be much different, and the daily is a little bit different, but again, you're still in that falling wedge very beautifully, and as long as you hold 60,000, I still believe this falling wedge can play out. I believe if we lose 60,000, which we're at 64,000 right now, but if we hold 60,000, I believe this falling wedge can play out to the upside. It's just going to take time because it is on the higher time frames. The measure move would be 87,700, but if you lose 60K, then I believe this falling wedge is negated. To the downside, if you lose 60,000, your next support would be 57.7. Or 57.1, I should say. And if you get back above 65,500, which is weekly support and resistance, then your next target can be 71,365, and then above that, you're looking at 72,762. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for Bitcoin on the daily. The 12-hour chart is getting a nice curve to the upside on the stock RSI. You're still above the 200-day moving average, which is currently around that 58.6 level, so that is a good sign. And I like what I'm seeing. The 8-hour chart had bullish divergence, and you're trying to get back above the 200. And again, I kind of like what I'm seeing, and you really need to reclaim the 21-day moving average on the 8-hour. So really, the next thing I'm looking for is to reclaim the 8-hour 200 smooth moving average. If you can do that, that's going to be a good sign. But the biggest price you have to watch out for is 65,500. If you can get above that, then we can be looking for more upside. So really, that's what I'm looking for. If you get above 65.5, I'm bullish. If you don't, then I'm bearish. And the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin is making a lower high, so the 4-hour time frame does suggest you go back down to that $60,000 support. So that's not a good sign. The smaller time frames do not look bullish to me, and until the smaller time frames look bullish, the bigger time frames can't turn bullish. So the 4-hour chart still is likely to get another lower high, and then who knows, it's likely to take out this last local low here at 62.3. So to me, it's likely over the weekend we go sideways or slightly to the downside. The only way I would negate that is obviously if you break 65,500. So resistance is 65.5. Bulls must break through that level to remain bullish. If you don't do that, you're going to probably lose this last local low here at 62.3 and then below that 60,000. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. In a nutshell, if you don't reclaim 65.5, then there's nothing to be bullish on. But if you do, then we can look for more upside to the targets I've already stated. If you guys enjoyed this update, appreciate it if you hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next update. So that's your Bitcoin update. If you guys have requests for other altcoins, let me know in the comment section below. I definitely believe I'm going to have to make a new TikTok channel because we have one person watching, and that is by far the worst it has ever been. So I think this next week, I will be making a new crypto channel, probably also rebranding it because I think I'm going to go with a different name, but I'll think about that in a little bit. For right now, let's get through this. So if you guys have any requests, let's look at it or send them in, and I will look at those altcoins for you. But like I said, one other thing I want to look at, I did dollar cost. I am going to also be opening up a bag of Orca coin. It's just a little meme coin. It's not really a meme coin. It is on Coinbase. It's not on MEXC. So it's Orca, O-R-C-A. It's just one I like. But of course, I'm still buying a lot of Atom. Another coin that I at least put $60 in just for the heck of it, really, was this coin on MEXC called ASS, A-S-S, and I can tell you right now the volume is pretty low, but let me just go over to the chart. So I got in basically at 90, it's at 88 right now, so I'm basically sitting at break even. How's it going, Jason? But anyways, yeah, I did put some money into this, hardly anything, but it does look bullish to me, and I see this as a flag that's probably likely to break to the upside. While most of the market's bearish, these little meme coins could pop. You know, it's been on a nice uptrend, so there's a very good chance this continues to the upside with your measured move roughly being about that conservative level would be about 16 area. If you want to take profits early, then 15 would be a good take profit area early, but the measured move is 16.4 with a lot of zeros in front. So that's a nice double up from here. And I see that, again, this is a high-risk meme coin in my opinion. But you have support at that 7 level. And then also, I would also say that you have resistance at that high that you can get above at 1.2. So resistance at 1.2, if you break that, the next step would be about 16.4 for ASS, which is on MEXC, spot only. It's a high-risk coin, but it does look like you're holding that support level at 3.5 pretty nicely. You got the nice bounce up, and now it looks like you're trying to hold support at 7. If you hold support at 7, there's a likelihood you continue your bounce to the upside. Very simple, and I will leave it at that. But that is what I'm looking at, is a possible move to the upside on this little meme coin called ASS. So right now sitting at 88.35. And just a request, if you guys have requests for altcoins, just make sure you hit the likes, and then we can get going from there. But I definitely believe that we are going to have to rebrand this. Let me turn the music back on. USDT. And let's look at SHIB. Testing, testing, testing. So we're going to look at SHIB. We're going to start on the weekly time frame and work our way down. So on the weekly time frame, it looks like it's making this nice little flag. I like what I'm seeing on the weekly. The weekly technically has more downside, and you still have about 19 hours to go. So that's going to probably get down close to 20 on the stock RSI, so that's making a nice move to the downside. Now if we go to the 3-day looks like a really nice flag. I really, if you just are okay with trading the 3-day time frame or higher, this is a likelihood you break to the upside. These do break out 68% of the time, and your measured move would be very roughly about 660, which would be over a double from where we are right now. Let me just kind of make these support and resistance lines right now. So that's what I'm looking at for SHIB. That would be the next target is 60. That's the measured move, and then of course you have resistance at the all-time high up there at 90. So that's what I'm looking at. If we go to the down to the daily time frame, the daily time frame says you are in a downtrend. I don't really like what I'm seeing on the daily. That doesn't look very bullish to me. You made a lower high, getting rejected off of the top of this trend line. So now you want to see if you can make a higher low above the 18 level. If you can do that, that's a good sign for a move to the upside. But otherwise, SHIB looks kind of bearish to me shorter term. The 12-hour chart on SHIB is oversold. Now the 12-hour chart is interesting to me because that's making a higher low. the previous low was again 18, and now can you make a higher low at 2.4? That would be a good sign for a possible move back to the upside. The 8-hour chart is just getting started for a move to the upside. The 8-hour chart suggests you do get the move to the upside. I would like to see you hold the 200 on the 8-hour, which is at 25, but you're basically sitting on it right now. The next time frame I really care about is the 4-hour. The 4-hour chart is below the 200-day moving average, which is at 26.6. But the 4-hour chart has gas, so now what you want to see the 4-hour chart to do is you want to see the 4-hour chart break this level right here at 282. If you can't do that, that's a lower high, but you want to see if you can put a higher low in here at 2.5. So the next target of resistance that you have to break to remain bullish would be a break of 282. If you can do that, that's a higher high, and then you can say that you're in an uptrend, and then you would look for a higher low above 2.4. So really, if you want to remain bullish shorter term, you have to break 2.8. If you can break 2.8, going back to the higher time frames, then you can be targeting the next resistance, which is really, I would also say, you have local resistance at 3.3 on the smaller time frames, and then if you break that, you could be targeting probably the measure move up to 4.5. That's what I'm looking at on SHIB. It does look bullish if you can break 2.8. If you can't break 2.8, then it's likely we see more downside on SHIB. The downside would take you to 18, and if you lose 18, I don't see that happening, but if you do lose 18, the next stop would be 12. So with that being said, that's kind of what I got on SHIB. That's kind of what I'm looking at. And if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next update. We are live Saturdays and Mondays at 11 p.m. Central Time. So that's kind of my update. It's a quick video, a quick stream. I'll be back live Monday at 11 p.m. Central Time. So I'm going to have to wrap things up because I do have to work in about 6-7 hours. So with that being said, guys, have a great weekend. Have a good night. I'll see you guys in 2 days for our next live stream, Monday, 11 p.m. Central Time. Appreciate the support. And if you guys want to help support me, make sure you go check out my TikTok channel and my YouTube channel, Crypto Boss Andrew. And we'll go from there. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday for our next live stream. And I'll be posting these videos. And then, yeah, they should be posted here in about 5 minutes. Bitcoin and the SHIB update. Anyways, that's what I got. I'll see you guys in the next one.